Thanks for joining me. I'm here at Stranger Day Productions, hanging out with my boy Nigel, and we're talking movies, as we always do. And tonight, we're talking about sequels. Now, sequels can be good. They can be bad. And they can be downright ugly.
Oh my God!
But sometimes sequels commit the cardinal sin of attempting to ruin the film that came before it. It's something I like to refer to as the Kickboxer II effect. And no, it's not just about bad sequels, because that's a much more broad topic. This is a bit more niche of a problem, so we've carefully selected 5 of the most dreadful offenders to publicly shame. Kick back, grab a tasty beverage, and enjoy
the top 5 worst sequels that attempted to ruin the films that came before them. Come on guys, is this the best title we can come up with?
Alright, let's kick this list off with number 5, Maniac Cop 2, with my boy, Bruce Campbell.
So here we are at the end of Maniac Cop 1 with Bruce Campbell versus that ugly son of a bitch, the Maniac Cop. This film ends in spectacular fashion with this phenomenal stunt, clearly not Bruce Campbell going into the harbor, but that doesn't matter. This was an overall great ending. Now juxtapose that with the beginning of Maniac Cop Part 2, where Bruce Campbell's Jack Forrest has all of 3 whole minutes of screen time before he's unceremoniously disposed of. And what makes matters even worse is that he has no clue it was the Maniac Cop who killed him. Now that's some bullshit.
Number 4 is Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Now, the horror genre does this all the time. You take a group of survivors from the previous film, or a lone survivor, and they generally don't make it through the end of the sequel.
Here at Stranger Day Productions, we always thought the Rachel character was incredibly well-written and well-rounded, especially for these types of movies. At first, she seems like a selfish teenager, only interested in friends and boys. Not really all that interested in taking care of her younger foster sister, Jamie, but we're quickly endeared to her because she protects Jamie from Michael Myers throughout the entire film. All while dealing with her backstabbing friend and her douchebag boyfriend. But what do we get for our investment in her character? Well, we get her ridiculous early death in the abysmal Halloween 5 by a pair of fucking scissors, no less. Bullshit.
Number 3 is Alien 3. You see, Aliens is a technical masterpiece. The acting, the sets, Paul Reiser, Bill Paxton, and my boy, James Cameron.
This film is a thrill ride tour de force of action, sci-fi, and horror. And at the end, we're left with Hicks, Newt, what's left of Bishop, and Ripley, all in a pod, presumably flying home. A relatively optimistic ending considering everyone else fell prey to an alien or two. And all is well and good until the beginning of Alien 3. The pod crash lands on a prison colony, and guess what? It kills everyone except Ripley.
The bitch is back.
I do feel bad for Michael Biehn, because that guy seems fucking cursed.
Number 2, Kickboxer II, The Road Back.
Suns will set and suns will rise, but I still see my brother's eyes.
This is the film that gave this unfortunate effect its name. No, I'm serious. Kickboxer II. This is where it all began.
When times seem darkest, you often see things more clearly.
The final scene in Kickboxer is awesome, and this film is easily one of the best films of 1989. The fight choreography, the cinematography, the music, all brilliant. You see, Kurt Sloan's not just winning the fight, he's defeating evil incarnate in Tong Po. That dude not only paralyzed his older brother, but he also raped his girlfriend. What a fucking piece of shit. So after Sloan hands Tong Po his ass, the film ends on the highest note. There is no epilogue. Stan Bush's Never Surrender comes in, and we're immediately into the credits. It's fucking badass. And it's all well and good had you never watched Kickboxer II. You see, it's explained in Kickboxer II that shortly after this scene, a vengeful Tong Po murders everyone involved in the first film, except for Zian, because he signed on for the sequel. In my book, this film used to be the worst offender until this next film on our list came out.
You're the weakest of all the slums.
Number 1. Terminator, Dark Fate. There have already been many videos that take this miserable film to task, and we're going to link to a few of them here in the description. This film touts itself as a direct sequel to T2, which is arguably
The greatest film ever made.
So what do the filmmakers do when handling such a phenomenal legacy? They shit all over it.
Days, weeks, or hours, I don't remember, I don't even fucking care. After T2 ends, a Terminator shows up to kill John Connor. You know, the future leader of the human resistance against the machines? The whole reason T2 even exists. Believe me, if you love T1 and T2, just pretend no other films in this franchise exist, especially this one.
I won't be back.
Thanks for watching the top 5 worst sequels that attempted to ruin the films that came before them.
Leave a comment below and let us know of some other films that might be victims of the Kickboxer II effect.